Hi everyone, so I'm going to tell you how I made the carrot and fish flake mash. So first of all, I took some baby carrots that were nice and fresh and rinsed them under the tap. Then I grated them on the finest grater I've got. I think it's normally like a grater you'd use to grate like nutmeg or to grate lemon rind. So it grates really super finely. So I grated up some baby carrots and then placed that in the little dish. Sprinkled onto the top of the carrots some fish food flakes, and then I sprinkled water over all of it to make it nice and mushy and moist, and obviously to wet down the fish flakes. And that was it. It was a nice simple one just to give them for today. I am working on some more snail mix recipes, but this one's like a nice little one to give them something for a change, because normally they'll have the other snail mix, which has got mealworms, porridge oats, sunflower seeds and fish flakes in. But the only thing I find with that is if you leave it overnight, it can smell a little bit. It's a bit stinky because of the beans having the mealworms in it. So what I'm doing now is providing their protein with fish flakes and this carrot mix, which is just all made with all its fresh vegetables and then some fish flakes. You can add in any vegetable that you can sort of mash up small, that obviously is on their safe food list, so to add a bit of variety. But this one worked really well. I did try before to make a carrot mash with, I can't remember what I mashed it with now, but I know what I did is I just lightly boiled the carrots so I could mash them and they wouldn't eat that. And I've done one where I've done this mixture and then I've put in some cabbage leaves that have been soaked for a bit and stuff, but they seem to really like this one, which is just the simple carrot and fish flakes. So this is a little recipe for you. I know it doesn't seem like much, but it does provide some protein for them because they get the protein from the fish flakes and then obviously they're veggies anyway from the carrot. And as you can see next to them, I'm putting some nice cabbage as well because they do like to munch on that as well. And then I'll give them something else tomorrow. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this little recipe. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. And as you can see, they're quite keen. I know they're moving quite slow, but by the time I finished cleaning out the tank and everything and removing more eggs, most of this was gone, so it was quite popular. And then they went to bed. So they went to bed with some nice full tummies and they're doing very well. So obviously in the picture you can see Alvin, Simon, Theodore and Morty, because they're the ones that live in the big tank. Rick is still in a tank on his own because Rick is getting old and I think he's like he's slowed down a lot, and I find he'll only come out to eat and then he just goes straight back to sleep pretty much. Although I've noticed the last couple of days he's started moving around a bit more again. I think he's been having trouble eating. I've noticed he's not eating cuttlefish anymore. So I'm having to give him calcium blocks and calcium powder. So I'll give him a dish of calcium powder or a dish with some calcium blocks in, and then he can choose when he eats it. And he'll eat that, but he's not eating cuttlefish anymore. So I don't know if he's got a problem with his radula or something. I'm not sure. So if anyone else knows of, an old snail that just doesn't all of a sudden seem to be able to bite much, let me know. Basically what I'm doing for Rick is making lots of mushed up food like this. So I thought I'd try it on the babies as well. So Rick had this exact same thing, and he liked it. The only difference is I did add a little bit of calcium powder into his because he hadn't had any calcium from the calcium block or the cuttlefish the other day. So I put a little bit in, just a little pinch, literally. But normally with Rick's, I'll just do it like this, where it's just the veggies and the calcium separate. I'm just making sure that I supplement him now and again because he's not consuming calcium like he used to. But I don't know if it's because he's slowing down with age, or whether, like I said, he's got a problem with his regular, I'm not sure. He's moving around. He doesn't move around a lot, but when he does move, he seems to move normally. But then I'll find he'll be dormant for like 2 or 3 days, and then he'll eat and move around again. So I don't know. I don't think he's got deep retraction because he's not retracting deep into his shell. I think he's just old. Because nowadays fulicas in the pet trade tend to do about 5 years. And he's 4.5 or 4 and a bit. So it could just be he's a little old man. I know normally, like, F1 generation will do, like, they can do up to 10 years. I've had snails in the past do 10 years. And then I had a couple do 9. But I've found since, let me think, since about sort of 6 years ago or something, when I started having some more snails, I've found they tend to do about 5-6 years if I'm lucky. So yeah, it's just bad genetics in the pet trade. But yeah, I'm hoping with Alvin, Simon and Theodore, they seem a lot healthier than what Rick ever was when he was younger. So I'm hoping these guys will live a very long time and do very well. They are all doing very well. It's just obviously Rick slowed down. But I'll see how he's going, and I'll let you know a bit more about Rick and what I feed him. But yeah, it's basically everything that the other snails will eat, but mushed up. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little video, and thank you for watching. And if you're wondering, the snails in the picture, they are 1 year and about 1 year and 6 months, 1 year and 5 months, something like that for these. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.